Hi, I'm Amanda Agnew.
And I'm Rob Lennox.
And we're here at McConnell's at Doagh, and today we're going to be talking to some local musicians.
Indeed, aye. There's some big tunes they play and a wee of stories as well. So stick with us. We've got a pile for you. So, we're joined with Russell and David from Blazin Bellows. How are you, boys?
Not
Very
bad.
good, thanks.
Well, first of all, tell us about the band. Blazin Bellows, that's a great title, a great name for a band. Where did it come from?
Well, it sort of came up at lastminute.com because on our first gig, we never thought in advance. And someone said, what should we put down for the name on the programme? And we hadn't got a name at that point. So we hastily put a few options in a hat and drew them out, and that's what came about. Bellows obviously connected to the bellows on the accordion. So.
Just luck of the draw. And
Luck of the draw,
that
that was it. And it's short and easy to remember.
There you go.
We sometimes get called the Blazing Saddles, which is a bit of a sore point. So
that's something different entirely.
I've got that one under the carpet, yeah.
There's no pipes in that, David, from my mind now. There you go. So the pipes and accordion, obviously, are a natural marriage, I think, in Scottish music for generations. Yeah. But how did you guys come together?
I got introduced to these guys at a house party, birthday party one night, and they were asked to go to play at the birthday party. And I happened to be there, and I was listening to them. And they said, can you play a tune? And I said, nothing with me, but I did actually have a practice chanter line in the car. So I got the practice chanter, came in, played a few tunes. That's probably, what, Russell, 20 years ago?
Yeah.
I'm sure. Right. And we've been together since, doing different little gigs and one thing and another, you know. So that's how we got together, or how I met Russell and John and Sam.
By random chance, just like picking the name.
That's right.
Yeah, there's a lot of randomness involved there.
It's almost meant to be. Yeah. It's a lot of fun. We've got a lot of fun playing different pieces of music, different types of music, all Scottish related, and done a lot of little gigs and church events, and so it's been very good.
How did you find starting out when you after you had initially met and found out about each other and your musical interests?
It was very, very small scale in the very beginning, because John and I are brothers, and Sam is a friend through many, many years of music. And there was a big gig in Ballymoney a few years ago where the Keith Dixon Accordion Orchestra come over from Scotland. All young people, absolutely amazing, absolutely brilliant. If you ever get a chance, check them out. Very traditional Scottish instruments, a mix of fiddles, guitars, pipes, accordions, the whole works. And so we were influenced by them, and we thought, right, well, we'll give it a go and put something together locally like that.
So I believe you're going to play some tunes for us there, boys. So, can you tell us about the first set you're going to play?
Yep, so the first one we're going to do is a favourite, wouldn't you say, at Burns night gigs. And it's a wee medley that David plays on the pipes, accompanied by the group. It starts on Scotland the Brave, and then we've got the Round Tree in the middle of it, or as I was corrected one night by a very eloquent Scottish lady, she told me it was called the Rowan Tree. Oh. But remembering I'm from Bildurshane, it's the Round Tree as far as I'm concerned. And then we go back into Scotland the Brave to finish that one off.
They are. ask you about your music choice then. Obviously, you would draw a lot on your Ulster-Scots, background and Scottish music, as you were saying, David. Is that the influence behind the band?
Mostly, I would say, and you have to pick a combination of things that works best on pipes and accordion. They're both reed instruments, of course, which is why they blend so well together. And David is very expert at perfectly tuning his to B flat, which works very well because the accordions are concert pitched. But we normally just pick tunes that we like, basically, don't we? Or someone would come up and ask you to play a tune, or maybe heard a tune at another gig, and we think, okay, well, we'll give it a go. And we try and vary them a mix of fast and slow. Some things suit the accordion, some things suit the pipes better.
Yeah.
Very democratically run organisation is
the randomness is
No
gone.
falling
The
out.
randomness is gone when it comes to the music.
They are. So that's what I was going to ask. Like, how have you found people's reaction to you guys on stage? Whenever you start playing your tunes, how do you find the crowds like it?
Well, they love the pipes, or maybe
That's no bad thing.
maybe they just love David. I don't know. Maybe that's what it is. Because this man's known everywhere and everybody knows him. But it depends where you go. Quite often people see the accordion and have a preconceived idea of that, and then the one we play is electronic. One of the ones is electronic, so it can make a variety of sounds. And so there's 4 of us, but you make a bigger sound, and it's received very well. And on Burns Night, they love to dance. Once you get them up on their feet, they love to dance. So yeah, they do. They go for it, don't they?
They do, and that's one of the things that Russell is excellent at doing as well. At a Burns Night or a Ceilidh, he gets people on the floor, does set dances with them, and we all join in. The pipes come in, and with different stages to create that different balance and
Bit of
variety
crack,
of music,
isn't
bit of
it?
crack, bit of fun.
Yeah. And the best part is when they're learning the dance.
Yep.
Because the bigger buck Egypt they make out of
Bump into
themselves,
each other.
the better.
All stumbling over all
Yeah,
right.
they can never form a circle and they don't know the difference between their right and their left. But once you get over that hurdle, it's fine after that.
Has there been any one gig in the history of the band that kind of stands out then, in your memories being, that was class?
For me personally, it's the smaller gigs. And David's very humble and wouldn't say this, but he organises a Burns Night in Balmoney every year, which is an absolutely brilliant event. And it brings the local community together. It's really relaxed evening, and there's a whole world of really good music goes on from other artists as well. And for me personally, that's something I always look forward to. David maybe has different opinions on it, but for me personally and the rest of the guys look forward to that one as well.
There you go, yeah. And yourself, David?
Yeah, I think Russell's right. No matter what place you go to play in, there's a memory with it, and that's something special to that individual person or the group, or indeed the people at that particular venue. But no, I agree with what Russell said. Our Burns Night we have, it's, we have a couple hundred people and they get their meal, and entertainment afterwards is tremendous because it takes its own way and it's nothing really planned as such. We have a rota, but I suppose it's a good thing. We bring really good musicians to it. They know what they're doing, and we allow them to do their piece.
I would add as well, I think the bigger venues are fine, but with those you're from without the audience, we prefer places where you can go and you can get to know the audience and you can get involved with the audience. The atmosphere is better and the ambience is better. There's better engagement and there's better crack. It's more of a community gig rather than a concert. And for us, coming from an Ulster-Scots background, that's what Ulster-Scots music is. It's smaller venues, intimately involved with the people, and everybody engages rather than playing in a concert format.
Perfect. So, any plans for the future? Have you guys any gigs coming up then?
Just keep gigging.
We just it keeps coming into us, and we then choose if we're available for it. Trying to suit 4 of us is sometimes not that easy, depending on the time of year. But we don't really turn anything away if we can, and we go to most venues where people request us.
So, can you tell us about the next piece of music we're going to play first?
Yep, so the piece we're going to play today is probably one of the best known regimental marches. People will certainly know it, and it requires a great deal of audience participation. Depending on what part of the country you're coming from, they either do a hook or a gowl or a gulder or a shout. Depends how posh the people are listening to us. But you can join in. We're going to finish on Killaloo.
There you are. Oh, there'll be some hooking going on here.
We'll be listening for you, Rob.
Oh, aye.
Thanks very much for coming in and having a chat with us today.
Thank you.
Really looking forward to hearing you. now we're joined by Tartan Riot. Thanks very much for coming on today.
Great to be here, thank you.
Can you tell us how this ensemble came about?
Well, sort of funny how things happen. COVID and all the madness of those times. It started on the Thursday nights. The Clap for Carers, one night I just grabbed the pipes, and then the next night we had guitars and drums, and it was all just sort of impromptu street gigs with a bunch of mates, and we all lived quite close together. And then people started streaming us, and we started to be seen by people in the States and Australia and that kind of thing. And as COVID eased and a bit of normality returned, people started messaging us to see, you know, would we play at such and such a function and whatever. We hadn't really planned on that, so we sat down, had a bit of a chat and said, you know, is this worthwhile giving this a go, lads? And really as a result of that, we played our first gig in Larne Rugby Club, of all places, and it just went from there. And, you know, 4 years down the line, we're still pinching ourselves, really, that things have gone the way they've gone.
Yeah, I put a wee post up funny on Facebook. We were in Europe and Romania this year on a wee tour with the Irish and Scottish dancers, and we were playing in front of 5,000 people. And wow. I just said to him, like, from the clap, from the you know, the NHS Thursday nights to that.
In front of 5 people.
Yeah, literally.
You know, suddenly 5,000. But yeah, I know. We just pinch ourselves, and we don't take ourselves too seriously. We just go with the flow, and this is where we are at the minute. So hopefully we'll keep going in the right direction.
So tell us about the music then itself. Obviously, bagpipes led then, and clearly Ulster-Scots is a huge influence on you guys.
Yeah, I mean, I've always been a wee bit of a renegade when it comes to playing the pipes. I've always played, you know, traditional jigs and reels and 3/4s and 4/4s, and I still like doing that. But I also like to play rock and roll, and I suppose by accident more than anything else, what we've ended up is a combination of rock and roll and trad, and we always try to keep the two together. So, for example, we'll have maybe a lament, and then we'll go from the lament straight into a rock and roll tune.
So I believe we're going to play a winning tunes first then, boys. Can you tell us about the first one?
We are indeed, yes, yeah, we're going to do, so we'll kick off with a classic one everyone will know. Some people call it Loch Lomond, some people call it Take the High Road, but we all know it. But we give it a bit of the Tartan Riot, as you'll see, a bit more raucous than the normal way.
By yon bonny banks and by yon bonny braes, where the sun shines bright on Loch Lomond, there me and my true love were often gay to me on those bonny, bonny banks of Loch Lomond. That's Syria. Oh, hills up the high road and I'll take the low road. I'll be in Scotland for ye, but me and my true love would never meet again on those bonny, bonny banks of Loch Lomond. 'Twas there that we parted in yon shady glen, on the steep, steep slopes of that Lomond, and in the purple hue, those healing hills with you, and the moon coming out in the gloaming. Oh, you'll take the high road and I'll take the low road. I'll be in Scotland for ye, but me and my true love would never meet again on those bonny, bonny banks of Loch Lomond. The wee birdies sing and the wildflowers spring. In sunshine the waters are sleeping, but that broken heart, it kens thy second spring, and the wavefuls shall cease from their greeting. Oh, you'll take the high road and I'll take the low road. I'll be in Scotland for ye, meet again on those bonny, bonny banks of Loch Lomond. Oh, yeah, tuck the high road and I'll tuck the low road. I'll be in Scotland now, for me and my true love would never meet again on those bonny, bonny banks of Loch Lomond, on those bonny, bonny banks of Loch Lomond.
Your social media presence has taken you as far as the States. Do you find that your music is giving you opportunities to travel more than you would have before?
Yeah, I mean, the European thing's been great. We linked up with an Irish and Scottish dance group from Carrickfergus, and we've been going with them the last 3 years. We've been to Holland, Portugal, and last year Romania, and we back them. They're big European folk events, and we are their orchestra, for want of a better word. It is dance, but we obviously get a chance to perform our songs, etc. as well. But the pipes go down an absolute storm in those places. You know, the Romanians didn't even know. They'd never seen pipes before, other than on the TV.
Right, so funny, yeah. The novelty of it was something that they'd never seen before. We take it for granted, but when you go elsewhere, you realise, you know, it is quite rare, and there's something captivating about it for local people in that area.
Well, here we're kind of avoiding the fox in the room. Tell us about this young fella here.
Well, this wee man, excuse me, a bit of a legend. My wife actually ordered him on eBay for our dogs as a dog chew, and clearly didn't get the sort of height on the picture. So this wee man arrived and thought, how's the dog going to chew that? So I thought, well, he's got a wee tartan waistcoat on. He came like that, and I said he can be our mascot. So it's great crack. We put him in the front, and kids come up and women come up and dance with him and stuff, and we've had all sorts of. He has a good wee focal point, so he's become our mascot.
Yeah.
You were saying as well that you also perform rock as well as the traditional.
Yeah.
Do you find that there's a lot of opportunities on the cover circuit as well as the bigger events?
Absolutely. I mean, I think that's the difference. You know, we're a mix, as Alistair said there. And, you know, so we'd be doing the lament and people are just going, oh, that's nice. And then the next thing, the drummer, bang, 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 and you're into Sweet Child of Mine or something, or Teenage Kicks and all that sort of stuff. And it just lifts, you know, it's great crack. So, no, we're not a pub group that's going to, you know, have a gig every week, because there's 5 of us. You know, it's a 5-piece band, the full drums and the pipes. There's only certain venues that's appropriate, but it's sort of bigger venues, you know, like festivals, corporate events, big fundraisers. We have a couple of really good ones coming up, and we have a couple in around Hogmanay and Burns Night. You'll not be surprised to know. And then we're obviously playing a couple of gigs like the Goat's Toe Banger, Hollywood. We're big in Hollywood, not the one with 2 L's. But
Not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah,
That's
not
next.
yet, yeah.
But with the yacht club, the social club there, we've had some really good gigs, and you know. And then the Steam Rally in Randallstown, we headline it on a weekend every year, which is fantastic, because it's a big outdoor festival, and we've a lot more in the pipeline.
Do you know what? I'm hooked on the name, Tartan Riot. Where did that come from?
I think it was a result of a brainstorm after the messages came in after COVID. We sat down and we sort of thought, well, you know, what is it we want to try and convey? And the clue is in the name. I mean, our gigs are a wee bit mad. We're not a band who sort of goes in with a set list and sticks to that and plays it in the same order every night. We react a little bit to what we have in front of us, and we have been known to even go off kilter and actually try and play a tune that we've never played before, just because someone in the audience has wanted us to do it. Sometimes it's worked really well. Other times Barry decided he was going to do the Disney, what do you call it? The
Want to Be Like You?
Yeah.
Wow.
We muckled through it, but we had to actually end up practicing it after that. And now it's in the set, but I suppose riot is what we want to try to convey, in all the best sense of the words, not the worst ones. But and luckily, our gigs do tend to be a wee bit of a riot. We get people up dancing, we get people singing, and we have our front man here. He's great at engaging with the audience and get the best out of them. So that's what we try to convey in the name.
And Alistair would walk about as well. He doesn't just stand on the stage, he walks about the dance floor.
Yeah.
And, you know, all the, dare I say it, all the women are running around. Alistair with the pipes is class. Just creates a real atmosphere.
It is. It sort of adds to, it's a bit of a party atmosphere, you know, and we'd like it to sort of stay like that, you know, and we enjoy that too. It brings the best out of us as well.
Aside from the live performance, do you write and record original material, or is there any plans to do that?
Well, you've been writing something? Or
I've written my first song. I haven't actually recorded it yet. The other lads in the band as well, John and Gary, would both be fairly prolific songwriters, and I know that they've both recorded as well. We haven't got them into the set yet, but I would actually really like to get them into the set. So I think maybe for 25, that's something we should be looking to do, to give it a wee bit of individuality.
Yeah.
There you are. Watch this space, boys.
Yeah, we'll give it a shot, yeah.
There you go. So can you tell us about this next band you're going to play for us?
Yeah, well, this is a classic. Everyone will know. It's Carrickfergus. A lot of people aren't quite sure about the origins of this and have doubted whether it's our Carrickfergus in County Antrim, but I can assure them I've done the research. It absolutely is. It's about a love song between the Isle of Islay in the Scottish Hebrides and Carrickfergus, and all the words are, you know, I'll not go into the detail of it, but it is a story and it refers to places in Islay as well as Carrickfergus. So it's our classic Ulster-Scots song.
Thanks very much for coming in and chatting to us today.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm Amanda Agnew,
And I'm Rob Lennox.
and thanks for watching Ulster Unplugged. We'll see you again.
I wish I was in Carrickfergus, only 4 nights in Ballygrand. I would swim over the deepest ocean, to be by your side. But the sea is wide and I can't swim over, and neither have I the wings to fly. Oh, I wish I could find me a handy boatman to ferry me over to my love and I. My childhood days bring back sad reflections of happy times there spent so long ago. My boyhood friends and my own relations have all passed on now like the melting snow. But I'll spend my days endless roving, soft as the grass, and my bed is free. Ought to be home now in Carrickfergus, on that long, long road down to the sea. And in Kilmeny it is reported on marble stones there, as black as ink, with gold and silver. Sure I did support her, but I'll sing no more now till I get a drink.